Wall let me into his flat above the empty antique shop. He cast a furtive look into the night, then quickly closed the door and locked it. A little shiver tap-danced along my spine. My security chief was confident he could handle himself in any situation. It came from having been a roadie for some hardcore bands and a misspent youth developing an unhealthy obsession with weapons. Wall didn't lock doors unless something bad was going on. Had I been followed? Was there a sniper on the roof across the road? Someone hiding in the rose bushes along the fence? A stream of scenarios flashed through my mind, none of them good. "Got your text? Sup?" I said, glancing at the window as if someone might suddenly rappel through it. My paranoia was accentuated by a bunch of different things. For a start, there was the crime lord, Johnny Viaspa, who wanted the worst for me, and the wealthy businessman, Bolo Ignatius, who would happily see me locked up, and the hitman who was locked up because of me. On top of that stuff was my psychic ability, which let me read auras and body language. That kind of affliction, gift, left a girl a little sensitive to all the nasty things in life. For example, on my way to Walls, I'd stopped at the petrol station to fill up my beloved 1970s Monaro, Mona. The guy behind the mound of lollies and lottery tickets on the counter had a stark white aura that glowed like a halo. In my experience, white auras meant health problems. I tried to ignore it, but then I spotted a dark mole on his wrist. "You should get that checked," I said before I could stop myself. "You should mind your own business," he said, scowling at me. I left, embarrassed. That kind of thing happened all the time. People thought I was either nosy or kooky, neither of which made for good first impressions. "Keep away from the window," said Wall now as I walked across the room and peered out. "Sniper?" I asked. He gave me a funny look. "Nope. Glass is cracked. You touch it, it'll shatter." I sighed and reined in my imagination, feeling foolish. "How did that happen?" "Someone tried to break in last night." Aha! My imagination was vindicated. I gave Wall a stare. His aura was busy, sparking and sputtering around him like he was about to short-circuit. Something was definitely going on. And normally, he favored the bogan Russian mafioso look, tight black jeans, black shirt, black cigarettes with gold filters. But today, he was all Australian in faded, baggy denims and a singlet. I didn't know how old he was, but the skin on his arms and shoulders was scarred and spotted. He had a naturally brawny physique and long red hair that came from his Irish ancestors. The snarl, though, was all his. "Problem?" "Nothing I can't handle," he said. "Then why am I here?" I usually called Wall to help me, not the other way around. He'd started as my part-time security chief a few months back when narcolepsy had forced him to quit the band life. These days, he was living on the pension, the bit of cash I was able to send his way, and my rich Aunt Liv. It seemed to be enough to keep him in cigarettes and ammunition. I sure as hell never asked about the latter. "Got this mate who's in a spot," he said. "And?"